Hi, my name is Ronnie Chowdhury and welcome back to my practical current C++ tutorials. Today I'm going to look at something a little bit more obscure, which is the operator quote quote. I'm guessing they're running out of symbols on the keyboard, so they came up with this. It's all about type safety. To me, whenever there's an explicit keyword used in a constructor, I often think operator quote quote would be appropriate here. Here's a simple example. We're going to do a simple function which takes a mass and an acceleration and multiplies them together. Problem is that if you have a centigrade value, which is also a float, you can pass that in, and now this function no longer makes sense, but it's not caught by the compiler. How do we get around that? Well, we can create a mass and acceleration object like this and pass that in. One slight annoyance is that operator quote quote only accepts certain types, in this case long double is the closest to a float. Fair enough, that's something we need to look at maybe in C++ 20. I create a simple multiplication operator to take mass and accelerations and multiply them together. Also note I'm using const expr everywhere. This will mean that if the compiler is able to, it will try and evaluate everything at compile time. So this whole thing will evaluate it to a single float, more than likely. And here we come to the interesting bit where we use the operator quote quote. We're going to take something called kg, makes sense for a mass, as of type long double, and convert it into a float and return it. We do the same for acceleration, which takes ms for meters per second and return that. We can also remove the value functions from each of these classes and use operator float instead. Of course, with this operator multiply, we no longer need the function force equals mass times acceleration, and we can make the operator multiply return a force object, which again will be correctly typed. Sadly, I could not figure out how to use kgms in the result of these two result of this multiply, but maybe someone can point out how to do that for me. And now we have the ability to multiply mass time acceleration and get back force objects. I hope you see that by using kg, ms, and so on, the code becomes a lot clearer as to what quantities you're actually utilizing. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Ronnie Chowdhury, and please join me for the next video.